Can you believe Steve Harvey himself lived on street for years? He's a talk show and game show host, comedian, radio star, best-selling author, husband, father, and grandfather. The 62-year-old icon's wisecracks and hard work over the years have afforded him a lavish lifestyle and a good chunk of change. As of 2019, Steve Harvey has an estimated net worth of $160 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth. But it wasn't always smooth sailing for Steve. In fact, when Steve was still figuring out what he wanted to do with his life in the 1880s, he actually wound up homeless for a few years. He struggled to pick a path in life. Steve, who was born Broderick Stephen Harvey in Welch, West Virginia on January 17, 1957, worked several jobs after attending West Virginia University. He tried his hand as an insurance salesman, postman, and even as a professional boxer. None of it really stuck. Finally, he landed on stand-up comedy for a career, which he reportedly started out doing in the 80s. During the decade, he married his first wife, Marcia, and had two children, Carly, 37, and Brandy, 37. His son Brock was born nearly a decade later, in 1991. However, it became increasingly difficult to make ends meet on a comedian's paycheck. As a result, Steve told people that he wound up living out of his 1976 Ford Tempo. He used an igloo cooler in the backseat as a refrigerator and would wash up in hotel bathrooms, swimming pool showers, or gas stations. Things were this way for a solid 3 years. It was so disheartening, Steve recalled to the publication. "A week is really the maximum you can do. This was 3 years. It was rock bottom. But even in my darkest days, I had faith it would turn around." Harvey began his career as a comedian. He performed stand-up comedy in the early 1980s and hosted Showtime at the Apollo and the Steve Harvey Show on the WB. He was later featured in the original Kings of Comedy after starring in the Kings of Comedy tour. His last stand-up show was in 2012. Harvey is the host of both Family Feud and Celebrity Family Feud, holding this role since 2010. He also hosted Little Big Shots, Forever Young, and Steve Harvey's Thunderdome. As an author, he has written 4 books, including his bestseller Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, which was published in March 2009. In 2017, Harvey founded Steve Harvey Global, an entertainment company that houses his production company East 112 and various other ventures. He launched an African version of Family Feud and also invested in the HDNet takeover along with Anthem Sports and Entertainment. He and his wife Marjorie are the founders of the Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, a non-profit organization focused on youth education. He is a 7-time Daytime Emmy Award winner, 2-time Marconi Award winner, and a 14-time NAACP Image Award winner in various categories. However, Steve Harvey was a finalist in the 2nd annual Johnny Walker National Comedy Search, performing on April 16, 1990, eventually leading to a long stint as host of its Showtime at the Apollo, succeeding Mark Curry in that role. His success as a stand-up comedian led to a starring role on the short-lived ABC series Me and the Boys in 1994. He would later star on the WB network show The Steve Harvey Show, which ran from 1996 to 2002. While popular, the show never achieved critical acclaim outside of the African American community. In 1997, Harvey continued his work in stand-up comedy, performing on the Kings of Comedy tour along with Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, and Bernie Mac. The tour became the highest-grossing comedy tour in history, grossing $18 million its first year and $19 million its second. The comedy act would later be put together into a film by Spike Lee called The Original Kings of Comedy. That title was also used as the name of his comedy and variety television show, which aired on the WB network from 2003 until 2005. Harvey is the host of the Steve Harvey Morning Show, a weekday morning radio program he has hosted since 2000. It was originally syndicated through Radio 1 Incorporated from September 2000 until May 2005. As of 2019, the show is syndicated through the United States. He appeared in the 2003 movie The Fighting Temptations alongside Cuba Gooding Jr. and Beyonce Knowles. The same year, he played the role of Clarence Johnson in the film Love Don't Cost a Thing. In 2004, he had roles in the films Johnson Family Vacation and You Got Served, and in 2005, he co-starred in the movie Racing Stripes as the voice of Buzz. In 2006, Harvey released the stand-up special Steve Harvey, Don't Trip, He Ain't Through With Me Yet, directed by Leslie Small. The special was filmed at MegaFest with Harvey not using profanity during the show. Harvey hosted the Disney Dreamers Academy, a teen-focused personal and professional enrichment event that took place January 17 to 20, 2008, at the Walt Disney World Resort in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Harvey released the book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man in 2009. The book is about how men think about women and relationships. Based on the book, the 2012 film Think Like a Man is an ensemble romantic comedy depicting characters taking advice on dating from the book. The hardcover version spent 64 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, 23 of those weeks at No. 1. Harvey began hosting Family Feud in September 2010. The show has seen improved ratings under Harvey, and he has surpassed every previous Feud host to date in length of consecutive tenures. Harvey also hosts Celebrity Family Feud, where celebrities compete for a chance to donate up to $25,000 to their favorite charity. The show airs during the summer on ABC. On August 2, 2012, Harvey performed his final stand-up act at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, ending a 27-year career as a stand-up comedian. The 2-hour performance was broadcast live on pay-per-view, and I can't thank fans enough. After reflecting on all those years on stage the same year, Harvey debuted a self-titled syndicated talk show produced by Endemol and distributed by NBC Universal Television Distribution at the NBC Tower in Chicago in 2013. Harvey became the first double host nominated for a Daytime Emmy Award, receiving nominations for both Outstanding Talk Show Host and Outstanding Game Show Host. He was also honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The following year, Harvey launched a new dating website called Delightful. It is a joint venture with IAC, with Harvey supplying articles and videos for the site. In December 2015, Harvey hosted the Miss Universe 2015 pageant in Las Vegas. Upon announcing the final results, he mistakenly named the first runner-up, Miss Colombia, as the winner. A few minutes after she was crowned, Harvey announced that he had read the results incorrectly and that Miss Philippines was the new Miss Universe. He apologized to Wurzbach outside the venue and later tweeted an apology to both contestants. Harvey also hosted the Miss Universe 2016 pageant in the Philippines on January 30, 2017. Telling the Miss Universe organization that he wanted to personally apologize to the Filipinos for the incident that occurred in the last Miss Universe pageant he hosted. He returned as host for the Miss Universe 2017 pageant in Las Vegas on November 26, 2017, the Miss Universe 2018 pageant in Thailand on December 17, 2018, the Miss Universe 2019 pageant on December 8, 2019 in Atlanta, Georgia, and the Miss Universe 2021 pageant in Israel on December 13, 2021. In January 2016, Harvey gave a motivational speech to audience members after the taping of an episode of Family Feud. The theme of the speech was for people to embrace the skills they were born with. He references embracing the gifts with jumping from a cliff and relying on the parachute to help you. The speech was the motivation for the book Leap, Take the Leap of Faith to Achieve Your Life of Abundance, published by Harvey in 2016. In October 2016, it was announced that Harvey would host 2 revival specials of Showtime at the Apollo for Fox. In November 2016, the Steve Harvey Talk Show was canceled, and it was announced that Harvey had reached a deal with IMG to produce a new syndicated talk show in Los Angeles with NBC Universal. The new series, Steve, premiered in September 2017 and was described as having more of a celebrity and comedy-oriented format with a larger amount of creative control held by Harvey, as opposed to the previous program's larger focus on human interest subjects. To facilitate the new series, production of Harvey's radio show and Family Feud were relocated to LA. Harvey is the co-creator of Little Big Shots, a series launched in 2016. Executive producers are Harvey and Ellen DeGeneres. The series features children demonstrating talents and engaging in conversation with Harvey. He hosted the show until 2019. Harvey united all of his businesses under Steve Harvey Global, SHG. In 2017, brands under SHG include East 112, Harvey's in-house production company that is used to develop digital content, films, and television. The company also owns the rights for international versions of Family Feud, of which an African version of the show was announced to begin in 2020. He also launched the Sand and Soul Festival in 2017. The event has been held yearly and features live music, comedy, and a question and answer session.